Okay, I have another field gear video for you, at least an idea to help you out. Now, people usually ask me, and this has happened a few times, security guy, what type of mess gear do you have for your personal use? Now, I did show this stuff before in a Rant and Random Thoughts video, I think back in early 2020. It's not on YouTube anymore. It got taken down. It might be over at BitChute yet. But here's my basic gear, or at least most of it. Things that I do not have here right now. I also carry 2 1-quart canteens, 1 2-quart canteen, and 2 canteen cups, 1 canteen cup for personal hygiene, 1 canteen cup for drinks and cooking with. Now, some of you are probably asking, well, how do I tell the difference between the two of them? Well, the one that's on my left hip is the one I've always used for personal hygiene. The one that's on my right hip is the one that I always used for drinking with. But this is the bulk of my gear right here. I carry an East German mess kit because I like the stew pot style, and from the experiments I've done over the years, I found that this is the one that for me, for my area, will be the most useful, because I just have a feeling that once the rations run out, it's going to be primarily soups and stews, or a variation of a really thick stew using rice. So I carry around stew pot style. In particular, this is an East German mess kit. Why did I pick East German? Well, because I had one. And, you know, for the hell of it. You know, other people, they'll probably have the Polish ones, maybe the West German ones. I had gotten a hold of this at a gun show and figured, screw it. This way I'll be able to tell which one's mine, because mine's going to be gray painted, at least before it's completely covered in soot, while the others are going to be a shade of green. I also have, and I did show this in a bottle in a video a few years ago, a aluminum drinking bottle spray painted, which hopefully I will have time to fill with some type of cooking oil, some type of vegetable oil or frying type oil. And this is sitting on top of what I use for cooking my stuff on, the Kugelin's mini grill stand. As you see, it has been used many times. It is still pretty soot covered. You can never get all of that off. Now, I also carry inside my stuff one of the West German butter dishes. The hopes is that, you know, eventually I'll come across someone that I can trade with to get some butter, and I can put it in here and haul it around with me to add to some hardtack or some bread that's baked in the field, whatever. And then for my utensils, I use the U.S. military USGI utensil set, a spoon, fork, knife. And then I thought about it, because this thing's not always the sharpest. I bring along a small paring knife that I've had a very long time. I bought this when I was a young private and carried it with me, used it up in the barracks for my food. Used that to cut up like fruit and veggies and whatever I was eating up in the barracks at the time. I have used it for cutting meat once in a while, like chicken breasts and cheaper steak and that stuff also. It works. But that's my basic mess gear. Most of this, the mess kit, utensils, get carried in this on my assault pack. This is a SAW drum pouch. This is the 200 round SAW drum pouch. That's the main focus for this video, is how to carry your mess gear with you. Inside this pouch, you can easily fit a mess kit of whatever type that you like, as long as it's, you know, not too thick going across here, along with your utensils. You should also have room around it. You can pack other stuff in here. Like I carry additional disposable spoons. I also pack the bottom with granola bars. Cheap ones that I can get at a gas station. They'll have them sitting there because they're close to their sell-by dates, so they put them on discount. Well, I found I can put 4 of them in the bottom of the pouch real good. I got the wire bail on the outside of the mess gear, which has to face down when I put it in a pouch, and then this goes right in front of the granola bars in the front of the pouch here and fits down here real good. Take my utensils, put them in a Ziploc bag, slip them in behind the mess kit inside the bag. Now, maximize your space. Bring as much with you as you can. You don't want to leave all this empty space. You want to use it. So, put stuff in your mess kit. My top pan here, I carry washcloth for cleaning my gear with. I got some old caramels or toffees from an MRE, which I probably should use. I keep usually at least one MRE accessory packet up in the top. And then down in the bottom, packed in as tight as I can, I carry other stuff. I have one bag here, and I just replaced the bags today. As many matches as I can carry. Then I have tea packets, there's coffee packets in here, sugar, basically whatever types I can get. I think there's one smaller oatmeal pack in here too. And then this bag, I have other stuff that I can fit in here and use in emergencies also. There's hot cocoa mix, there's soup mix. I think there's 1 or 2 oatmeal in here also. MRE cocoa mix. And then I just have the piece of aluminum foil for, you know, if need be, I get a small fish, I can wrap it up in that and bake it in a fire or whatever type thing. So, now I'll try packing all this up for you before the battery dies, just so you're aware of it. The battery is flashing on my camera. So if it cuts short, you know what happened. Put it inside bags, kind of protect it, separate it. I am missing a green scratch pad. I do got to put one in here. I didn't know I had taken it out. That will go down in here. Pack my stuff up. Now, if I do this right, layer granola bars in the bottom. Bail down, facing a little towards the front. Spare utensils in on the side over here. My utensil set inside the bag. Usually put the spoon towards the back and everything else in the inside the spoon. Set that in behind, like so. And there you go, your mess gear all inside one pouch that can be strapped to the side of your assault pack so you have it with you in the field. These other items will stay with my rucksack, and these would be used when I'm at base camp. If I'm out on a mission and that stuff, I don't have a prepared ration like an MRE or canned goods. I at least have some basic stuff here. I can do some basic food preparation. I can dig myself a really small Dakota smoke hole, use my mess kit right over the top of that, cook the stuff inside. But when I'm back at base camp, I can pull this stuff out and go a little bit more grandiose. You know, I can grill stuff, whatever I so choose in the field. And this can be set just like this over the top of a longer Dakota smoke hole to grill stuff and cook at the same time. You don't have to use the legs. You can set this down just like this on the ground over the smoke hole for cooking your stuff. There you go. My mess gear and the pouch on how to carry your mess equipment with you in the field. As I said, 200 round SAW drum pouch. Doesn't matter if you have the straight OD green one with the owls clips or one that has the molly on it. Your mess gear typically will fit inside. Unless you got one of the weird civilian ones that are basically like a can. I don't know if that'll fit in here. Give it a try. Recommendation for the best type of mess kit to carry with you in the field, I would go with the Boy Scout mess kit because of the options that gives you for preparing stuff. Because it has a plate, it has a pan, has a small mini cook pot in it, then you have a small cup which is gradated. You can use as a measuring cup for when you're actually measuring your ingredients. That would be the best type to have. Otherwise, I would recommend the stew pot style, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with the fry pot style like the USGI one. It's just these others give you a few more options when you're preparing your stuff. Now, for all my engineer brothers and the Patriot and militia movements, always remember, essay ons.